To be honest, I don't think I made it. I'm just working and building something, but I'm nowhere near where I want to be or what I want. A good service will always save a bad food experience, but a bad service will never save a good food. So you can have the best food, but if the waiters don't treat you well,
yes,
that's all you're going to remember. Going mindless into a gym and lift weight without understanding the way you should be doing and having a goal towards what you're doing, you will get bored. And I know people say power couple, yes, but it's not that we make an effort. I mean, she works hard, I work hard. We do things together. It's not that we try to achieve that status of power couple. I don't know what it means. For me, I don't know any other way. You know, you wake up, you work hard, you go to sleep. That's it.
Hello everyone, my name is Sagar, and today I have the opportunity to introduce you to a guy who has come in from a foreign land and made it really big in Malaysia. His name is Roberto Guiati, and he is from a place called Ferrara.
Correct.
Ferrara in Italy. It's a very small town from whatever I could see on Wikipedia and the internet, but there is a castle over there.
Yep.
And it is by a very noble family from the past.
Correct.
Right? Are you related to that noble?
No,
okay.
No, not at all.
All right, so then obviously he didn't start rich.
Not at all.
You know, for us over here in Malaysia, we all have, of course, we have our kampungs and we have our cities and all that, but places like, say, a Ferrara will be very distant to us.
Right, of course, it would be. I mean, cities like Ferrara, and there are many in Italy like that, with that kind of rich history, medieval, you know, history, beautiful history, I have to say. You know, and we actually don't value that enough until we leave the country. You know, only when you leave you realize how beautiful and how important it is.
Yeah.
But for me, it's a kampung. Like, would be your kampung. So if I was living there, for me, it would be the usual kampung with a kampung life, and it would be exactly the same.
What are the differences that you see from of course, that versus, and the similarities too?
The normal, easy life, the routine that everyone has, which is very, very normal, that you have in any kampung. You know, it's not the capital of the country, so it doesn't have the hustling and bustling of a capital of a big city like Milan, Rome, or the other bigger cities. So at the end of the day, it's the same life. You know, you wake up in the morning, you do your thing, you do your routines. Everyone goes to work. Everyone meets in a bar for a coffee. At the end of the work, everyone meets for a drink. Like, you know, for food, it's the same. But the only difference is that you're surrounded by amazing art, amazing culture that is really stunning to see. Every time I go back to my hometown, I marvel to these things, to this castle, to these buildings, and I realize how lucky I was in, you know, growing up and being born in such a thing. Because when you live there, you take it for granted. It's not fair. It's not fair.
Well, what was it like? What was growing up like as a kid over there? Did you have like an ambition of things, or what
no?
like?
I mean, I always liked to travel. I always loved traveling, and I always hoped one day to, you know, travel and visit places and not necessarily stay in my hometown. I was never really attached to it in a way. This is my home. I will never leave home. It's not. I don't believe in that. So I grew up like any other kid, and I went to school, and then I did my geological degree there. I got my master's degree, and then 3 months after I left the country, basically, and I never went back.
When you left, did you move around in Italy itself, or did you just leave?
Before that, I lived in Spain for almost a year during my university time. I did my thesis there. That's where I completed my final job there. Then I went back to Italy. I finally graduated, and I worked in Italy for a few months in a geological study. And then I had the opportunity to come to Malaysia, and I came down. I worked for a company here in the oil and gas industry, manufacturing equipment for the oil and gas, engineered equipment. I didn't plan. I didn't think I would stay here as long as I've been staying. I had a contract. Let's see how it goes, and I enjoyed. I love the place. I fell in love with Malaysia, with the Malaysian, and then that's it.
We'll come to the Malaysian in a bit. You were here for something to do with petrochemicals or petroleum and stuff like that, right? And then you got into food.
To be honest, my brother had a very successful restaurant, actually a couple of it already, and they were really, really good. They were doing very well. And I also worked in there as well.
Oh.
I mean, I did work as a waiter. I did part-time job in Italy. When you're studying, you got to make an extra buck, right? So, but when he came, this experience gave me a real, full deep introduction to the F&B business in Malaysia. So I know of the business, but it's not just about bringing food to people. You have to learn the suppliers, all background, contractors, So I had the full spectrum of all supply chain involved in the F&B business. I knew what to do, and one day. I always in my mind, to be honest, in my mind, I always wanted my little place. I would like to have my little place, right? Because those days I was, working oil and gas, entertaining customers. Say, why don't I entertain in my restaurants? That would be, that would be nice. But I love the business. I love the F&B business. I love the business. Perhaps we can get into it a bit more later, but loving the business, I say, I want to open my own place, nothing big, something nice that, I know what I like, and I believe that if I like it, other people would like it. And the Italian restaurants, it's all about service, it's all about the experience. The food has to be good, of course, but that's not enough. So I saw a room, I saw a gap in the market, and I opened, with that clear head, and I got a very good chef. Of course, I'm not a chef at that level. I can cook, but not at this level. So I found a very good chef, and I had very good chefs along the way until today. So I opened my first place while I having my full-time job. And I was traveling a lot. That was part of my job. I was traveling all over Asia and Middle East. So for this company, because I was in charge of Asia Pacific for this company. So most of my clients were all over Asia and Middle East. So I was a lot. Every month I was 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks a month I was away. So I have to delegate as well. I can't be here all the time, and I have to delegate to, professionals. So I have very good managers, chefs that they think like me. They know what I want. We are all on the same page. So that first restaurant did well. It's still doing good, which is the one downstairs. and then I opened the second one, because there was another gap in the market. I felt, something else that I also wanted for myself. So we opened the second one, then we opened the third one, and then now and then I decided to make this my main job, and oil and gas my side business.
So the first one was then zero.
Yeah.
Sorry, did you just say side business? So are you still doing something in that?
Okay, I was still full-time in oil and gas until 2020.
Okay.
And then when we opened Roberto's in BSC, that's where I decided, okay, it is not a side business anymore. Right. I love this business. I want to grow it. I saw, potential of really this could become something. Yeah. And I decided to, work for myself. And I kept oil and gas as my side business. So I left the company I was working for. I still do some consulting.
Right. Okay.
But it's on a project basis. So it's my side business now. But I still have a foot in it.
So should anything happen here, you still have enough knowledge in petrol.
Yeah,
gas,
yeah. But it's yeah.
I'm not sure that's not the way you look at it.
No. This is a failure. It's not an option. So, that's it. So
So the first restaurant was then zero, right? Downstairs.
Yeah.
And so because I've realized something. Italian food, right? Indian food. If the ingredients are not right, if you stinge on the ingredients, it clearly shows in the food. Right?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Because Italian food is all about the ingredient. Yeah. The ingredient itself is the dish. You don't need to cover it or use sauces or cream. You don't. It's a very clean food, and the ingredient is what you get. You know, so if that is not good, you can hide it. You can try, but it's not our cuisine.
I'm assuming you don't use Tabasco and
no,
pizza.
no, I don't. But hey,
No judgment, right?
but no, I personally don't. But we have it. You know, we have it.
Oh, you do keep it.
We provide it.
I don't think in Italy they'd be too happy if you do that.
I never seen it in Italy. No.
So you never did anything in terms of culinary schooling or hospitality or anything of the sort?
No, I didn't, but because of my corporate background, I applied that knowledge of running a big division in Asia into a business. At the end of the day, a product is a product, and I'm more focused now because the size of the company is quite large now, and luckily I have very good people like my brother that can, fully concentrate and focus on the daily operation. I am more on the back of the house, in a way. There's a lot of paperwork to do.
Correct. So you probably have a lot of focus on your P&L.
Correct.
Right?
Cost,
because that is where your knowledge is.
Correct. P&L, cost, optimizations, technology. My job at the end of the day now is I'm facilitating everybody else's job.
Right.
I'm trying to help everybody else to do their job the best they can. So that's what I try to do basically.
So I'm going to ask you a question that I'm asked, or I was asked quite a bit once upon a time. Why is your English so good?
I don't know if it's good. I still think I have a very strong accent. It's
not the accent. The accent.
Yeah, no.
Trust me. The women must be going, oh, I love the accent. The accent doesn't matter, right?
Right. Well, to be honest, I didn't speak good English when I came. I did, but I studied, I learned it, I practiced it, and of course, my girlfriend back then helped me a lot.
Girlfriend back then, wife now, right?
No, wife now.
Yeah. You met Kavita when you were here.
Yeah. When I first came to Malaysia, I had the chance to work and participate in this CNN tourism campaign that CNN was doing for Malaysia. So back then, if you remember, or they still do it today, but there are like 15 seconds, 20 seconds of ads between the news.
Right.
And back then there was this Visit Malaysia 2007, and you will see on CNN. It was produced here, obviously. So the concept of the shoot was let's say a tourist going around Malaysia and being guided, having like a Malaysian celebrity as a tourist guy, explaining the beauty of Malaysia. So I was one of the foreigners, but I didn't work with Kavita in that one because I think I went to Terengganu and Johor. Kavita was going to Penang. So Kavita was, showing other part to someone else.
Right.
I was with other Malaysian celebrities, with good friends of mine now. Anyway, once we finished the shoot, I met Kavita at the wrap-up party. That's where we met the first time.
Love at first sight.
No, really, we took our time. Actually, it took then actually after that. After that we haven't seen for a while. Then we casually met through other friends event, but it started much later.
Was she resistant because you're a foreigner? Because as in thinking long term or
no? No, I think it was so gradually. It was gradually growing in a way. I mean, it didn't. We met. We used to meet through friends, and then once in a while we would have lunch or a coffee. She would come. Back then, like I said, my brother restaurants was one of the places to go to. So she would come with her friends, having dinner there, and so slowly we got to know each other better and better until start asking her, would you like to have dinner or a coffee? And then, but it took
not at my brother's restaurant.
We took our time. We took our time for sure.
So when was that?
2008, 9 probably, 9, maybe 9.
Oh wow, very soon enough.
Fairly soon, yeah. After a couple of years, in a way, I wasn't looking for a relationship. I was so focused about, making it first. Work for me was my focus. Back then, I didn't think. I wasn't like, I want to get into a relationship yet. I wasn't looking for it either. So, and she was busy as well with her own million things. So, both of us were not, happy to meet each other, to know each other, to getting to know each other without commit to anything, you know. So the commitment came much later. So yeah, and then we got married in 2016.
In 2016, so you took your time.
Yeah. We dated for a few years. Yeah.
All smooth during that period?
Yeah, all good. She played very well. I'm kidding. Yeah, she's just so easy to be with. She's lovely. Yeah.
No, I've read a few things about her. I don't know her personally, but I've read a few things about her, and a lot of the people say that she's actually quite a gem.
She is. She's much more beautiful inside than she's outside. So she's a really great person. Her family is fantastic. I mean, the brothers are amazing. The late father was one of the best man I've ever met. The mother as well. I mean, great family. All of them. Uncles. I mean, it's a large family you can imagine, right? They're all amazing family, right? People. Yeah. Amazing people.
And were you accepted?
Right away. Yeah. Quite easily. Yeah. But I did have to ask. I had to, go to the father and ask.
So you did
he was very accepting. Very. I mean, like I said, he's a gem of a guy. He was a gem of a guy.
And you guys got married in Malaysia, or? We
got married in Malaysia. Yeah. We did something in Italy after, but the main wedding was here.
What was that like? The Italian one?
Oh, it was very small compared to here in Malaysia. In Italy, that doesn't happen. In Italy, when you have 80 to 100 people, it's already a big wedding. Here, we were a lot more. So it was an experience for me, but a much bigger experience because I've been to other weddings of that size, obviously, so I knew that, but my family never been to such big events. So they came, they all came over, they all, it's an experience, when you had, Kavita having, so many celebrity friends as well, so it was a beautiful event, actually. These are our friends, but when you look at the room and you see so many people, and it's quite an event. It was quite an event. Yeah.
Would it be all right to say that you've had humble beginnings?
Absolutely, right? Yeah, of course, yeah.
But now it's anything but, right? In terms of again, like I said, like you said, in fact, there are celebrity friends, and there is a certain high society life that exists.
Yeah.
And you've built it, right? Sure.
Yeah.
But at the same time, do you look at yourself from that Ferrara fella back then to look from the outside in?
To be honest, I don't think I made it. To me, it's not that I made it. I'm not content. I mean, I'm just working and building something, but I'm nowhere near where I want to be or what I want to do. And I'm not saying in a materialistic way is really about having a vision and go towards make it happen. Like when I opened my first restaurant, I could literally visualize. I could see my friend sitting at the bar, and I could see it, and I see it now. For real, it's the same thing, right? So back then it was one restaurant. Now it's a different mindset. So. Of course, I have a different vision, a different goals, but the humble way of getting there, and that never changed. Never. I don't feel like I don't feel anything has changed actually. It feels I work hard as I did. So it's not that I don't have to work now because it's harder now. The stress is different. Yeah. The responsibilities are much bigger, but you get comfortable with it. You get comfortable being in the uncomfortable position of, you never know. You have to deliver. Otherwise, a lot of people suffer. There's a lot of families here that rely on this job, and that's actually the most rewarding part. Actually, is being able to taking care of so many people. I have staff with me that they've been with me for 10 years, and I've seen them growing from getting their first driving license to their first house loan, and now they have their car and their loan. In their houses. Because of this company, so that's quite rewarding. So, but yeah, that doesn't change. That put more pressure, good pressure, not bad pressure, good pressure on. Like I said, you can't fail. Failure is not an option.
You hire about what, 140, 150 people?
Well, no, about 100. It's about 110 now. Yeah,
about 110 people. Yeah. So how many restaurants do you have?
We have 7 outlets now, and a central operation kitchen.
Oh, okay. So what are the outlets?
We have Roberto's, we have Luce, Luce is our Italian as well. And then we have the Robertos. So we have Roberto's in BSC, the one you have been.
Yes.
We have Roberto's Tropicana, Gardens Mall. We have now Roberto's in New Central. We have Roberto's Pronto, which is a daily kind of Roberto's in Arada Mansara. And we just opened in Hartamas Shopping Mall, our Ars by Roberto, which is our kiosk. I like to call it kiosk, but it's not really a kiosk. It's a small restaurant, but in a kiosk kind of concept. So yeah. So
Hartamas Shopping Center on the other side. That means the
is not Plaza Damas, in the mall itself, at the ground floor of the shopping mall.
Oh, okay.
So that's our first of that kind.
Right.
So on that one, is a different business model in a way. So different brand, if you like, but always based on the classic Italian dish of pizza, pastas, and we're always on our, we do what we know, so we just apply it in a different version, if you like.
So when I think of Italian food, I mean, fortunately I've been there to different cities all across Italy, so that's why there are different flavors and different tastes, right? But for people over here in Malaysia, many of whom haven't gone there,
right?
They've tasted Italian food. They've gone to some other restaurants, right, around here and all that for a while. So for them, Italian food is Italian food. It's pastas, it's pizzas, and that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
But you mentioned earlier that you see gaps in the market. What are these? What are these gaps that you talk about?
Gaps is not as much on the food because, everyone has got different tastes. So people say, oh, Zenzero is the best. Then other people say, no, I like the other restaurant better. No issue. But the gap that I wanted to fill is in the experience more than the food itself. The food has to be good, no matter what. Whether you like it more or less is about, I know my ingredients, I know what I'm buying, I know the chef is good, I know the menu works. That, this is the best we can do. Some people love it, some people say I prefer in other places. But the gap was in the experience, having an Italian experience. When you go to, like you said, right, they go to Italy, and when you go to Italy, it's like the mama and the nonna and the welcome you. The food becomes the last. The food is the last thing. The food is good. You know it's going to be good. But it's the experience of Italians. They whatever you need, they will accommodate. That touch I think was lacking in other places. So I say I can bring that experience into my restaurants, and I know that works because when you feel at home, you tend to go back. You go back to the places that you are familiar with, where they know you, they treat you well, you are comfortable with. The food is important, of course, but it's about the familiarity and the service at the end.
So food becomes like the base level. From that, you've got to really build on experience.
Good food. I mean, a good service will always save a bad food experience. but a bad service will never save a good food. So you can have the best food, but if the waiters don't treat you well, that's all you're gonna remember. But if let's say that night the food wasn't great, but the service was fantastic, it's okay, it's all right. I'll come back, no worries. That's what you say. So service is always very important. Food has to be good, of course, but that's a given. It's not that's. Of course, it has to be. There's no question about it. But it's the whole experience that makes a difference.
So do you? So one thing that I remember in Italy was most of the restaurants outside of the main cities like Roma and all of that, right? Yeah. Even a lot more in Naples actually, which I realized. When you go to the restaurants and you sit down there, the person will come and they'll talk to you.
Yeah.
And they just come and sit down and chat with you. And then I offer the pizza. And no, they refuse to eat the pizza. But they will sit down and they'll talk to you in whatever English that they can, right?
Yeah.
So is that something that you incorporate?
It's making the effort to make you, even they don't speak English, but they will still make the effort of make you feel like, you will appreciate that. While the owner or the chef takes the time to talk to me, it's a nice touch.
Yes.
Same here. It has to be. That's the Italian experience. That's why I always, we always push our own staff of going the extra mile. It's not just by taking an order, bringing the food, clear the plate. It's not that's not what the Italians. That's just a job. Have passion in what you do. That's why myself, my brother, we have real passion for this. We are proud, of course, of our heritage, and and you don't notice it until you leave Italy. So you realize how important and how much is appreciated worldwide until you leave the country, So that experience has to be consistent. That's our consistency. That's, I think, one of our main main success point in terms of having built a business like this, because we are consistent in the experience. And it sounds easy, right? How difficult can it be, right? Again, it goes back to the discipline of doing it every day for everyone, every time. And myself, my brother say, train the staff, or always trying to transfer the passion that we have to, and most of our staff, they have that. They really, the passion grows, But so that's the important part.
One big problem in the restaurant business is the churn rate, right? A lot of people, they switch and they go to other restaurants.
Yeah, because
is that something you face?
No, of course, it's always a problem. If you keep calling it a problem, of course it will be a problem. But you have to find a solution in a way of understanding that's the business.
Yes.
It's not something that you're gonna fix. You're never gonna fix it. You go crazy if you think you're gonna fix this. You gotta just try to. Our way, my way, and all our staff way is really trying to make our staff as part of a family. Say, we are here. You are here. We are going to train you. We know you have the right attitude. You like what you're doing. You like the business, because when they come and if it's just a job, they don't last much. They don't last long.
Correct.
They don't last. If in this business, if it's just a job, okay, you are a student. You are working part time. That's okay. That's just I understand it. But if you want to make this line of work your job, you must have the passion for it. And so we try to make our staff as part of the family in every aspect, in any decision making, in any aspect of the business. So they feel that they're listened to. Their opinion matters. Because they've been doing it for many years, and they are the one on the ground all day. I'm not here every day. I'm not I move around. We all move. Myself, my brother, we all move around. So we are not full time. They are the one we listen to.
Yes.
And then we ask, what do you think we should do, right? So because they see it, then together we find the best possible way. So it's important to make them feel part of the family, part of the company, and because obviously when they leave is because, like you say, you don't leave the place, you leave the bosses, right? When they say, right? So,
that's very true.
Of course, there are many reasons why people leave, I'm not saying, but if they work in a place where they're not listened to, they're not stimulated, they're not inspired, why would I stay there?
One thing that I've noticed in Malaysia, I don't know how it is globally, but in Malaysia, and I've got a few friends in the business as well, right? So what I've seen is that a lot of them make it a hit and run. You do that and you do it for 4 years, you do it for a few years, and then you switch over, move on.
Yeah, that's very. It can be, yeah. There's people just say, I invest X, after 2 years I get Y. Yeah. I'm happy with it. Let's move to another investment. Leaving that is a business. It's a business venture like anything else. And that makes total sense. I have no problem. For me, I love this lifestyle. I love F&B in general. So for me, it's not about hit and run. I like to build some. I want to build it until we might run one day, but not when the time is right. We are not. My goal is not to open, sell.
Right.
No, it's not.
In general, the consumer is very fickle, right? Because they'll come and they enjoy, for example, they enjoy Roberto's, and great for 2-3 times, and then after that, there's something else. Like it's a very short attention span now.
It's a human nature. It's normal. Different concept is different attract different clientele. So like Zenzero has a number of regulars, but the age is probably older than we don't attract the young. I would say we are more on let's say more mature clientele, but that's okay.
They got to pay for it.
Yeah, sure. But younger generation, they prefer a more casual one, something more snappy, casual, easy. It depends. Like that's why I think within our groups we have restaurants that cater all of that. But going back to your question, the reason is because we do try innovate quite a lot. We try to make something new all the time. Our menu changes very fast. Is part of the. You have to make. They need to try something new. How many times can you go back and eat the same thing? After a while. Hey, Roberto, can you change? Can you try? I love your place. Well, can we try? When are you going to change the menu? It doesn't happen with us. We change it faster than you think. So of course
Okay.
we keep some of the classic because they're always in demand.
Yeah,
but the menu in general changes a lot. All right, thank you.
Okay.
So you never tried this one, I guess, right? This is a squid. It's a stuffed squid. There's a pumpkin cream underneath, some mixed veggie roasted by our chef. It's one of our starters. This one is another classic of ours that you have. This dish we had here for a long time actually. It's one of our most popular. It's an angelaire with prawns and Sardinian botarga. And it's a little spicy, so it's quite popular. So this one you gotta try it. I suggest. Why don't you try it? This is just a decoration, but eatable. Oh. It's made out of squid ink.
Nice.
Yeah.
I remember I had it was, where was this? It was in the northeast, Venice.
Mm.
It was in Venice, and they had the squid ink pasta over there. Of course, you get lost in Venice, right?
Yeah.
So we were supposed to go to one restaurant. We ended up going to another restaurant. And then even that one, we didn't know what we were ordering. And so we just pointed at the thing.
Sure.
And out comes this dark colored pasta. And we don't know what that is. But of course, we just tried.
And it was good, isn't it?
Oh, I think the food in Italy is
that's
phenomenal.
why you can't go wrong. It's hard to go wrong.
Come, should we?
Please, yeah. Let me give you some.
Oh, thank you.
Right.
Oh, Roberto's serving me. What's this? Remember you mentioned you've got chefs over here for the last 10 years with you. So how do you think about these recipes? Is it something you go out and you see back in Italy and come back, or
well,
how does it work?
No, I mean I leave the menu to the chef. They are the expert. So of course we all agree and approve. Because a new chef in town may not know, everything that or the taste. I know sometimes they have beautiful ideas, but they're not really practical. I look at it in many cost, how much is the price, and I know it's beautiful, but we cannot put it at this price because it's going to be very hard to sell. Yeah. So there are a lot of things together, to consider. But a good chef, like all the chefs we had, they are professionals, so they know what the food cost has to be to get the right price and to make it appealing enough to move it. So because we in Rome or wherever it was, right? I remember seeing in Florence the vegetables, the fruits. Yep. They're colorful, they're delicious. Just I could eat the vegetable raw there, and there's no problem, right? I agree.
It's a bit different in Malaysia.
Yeah, no, that's one of the limitations. But of course, there are other great things here too. Of course, you cannot expect to have the tomatoes, Sicilian tomatoes. You can get it here, And even if you try, it's going to cost so much. Correct. That it's hard to understand. For that price, the quality. People say it's good, but my God, it's too expensive.
Yeah, so it's 250 bucks a dish.
Exactly.
So where do you then compromise? Like, what do you do?
Okay, quality of the ingredients is paramount, of course. we.
Sorry, this is delicious.
That's good. It's good. One of our most popular.
Oh my God, this is delicious.
I know.
This is delicious.
I know.
On a full stomach, if I like this, it must be phenomenal.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, we buy. Of course, it's all Italian. Some even seafood depends. It's a beautiful seafood here, so you get it. Our beef, our meat is all from Australia. Okay. But the pasta we make, beside spaghetti or angelaire, but we make our own pasta.
So you make it here?
Everything here. Everything. Our meat sauce, all the sauces, pasta sauces, all made here. And then it's up to the chef, creative ideas to make it look beautiful on the plate. So yeah, but it's always a fine tune between value, cost. Yes. But unfortunately, quality, cost in Malaysia. If you want to buy Italian things, they have to come all the way here. It's not cheap. But we cannot translate those cost fluctuations. to the customer. Otherwise, we go off market. So
Right.
sometimes we have to take the heat. Sometimes so it's up to the chef how good he is to make sure that the dish has the right food cost and we can move it and without having inventory that doesn't move, which is the worst in our industry.
Yeah, and if it gets stale,
yeah, of course.
you're done. You're going to.
But it's okay. But I know. But it's okay. The other part is now we can afford a little bit of R&D as well. So we do try a number of things. So I like that side of the business now. We can do a number of. So if you go to our kiosk, for instance, now at Hartamas, our pizza chef, because Chef Paolo here is our executive chef. And he's for this fine dining restaurant downstairs, and Luce. And then we have a pizza chef, which is basically Roberto's main core business. If you like, pizza pasta is our core business for Roberto's. And he's a real, he's a baker also, a bread baker. So every morning, every day there are different things that he just in the morning, he takes a pizza dough and he creates something and is a bear. So every day you get something. So you get the pizzas, you get the usual stuff, but also Chef Ciro, his name is Ciro. He makes cake. It's quite cool to see. It's quite nice. It's very creative, and I like it. And then, like I said, it goes back to the idea that customer, after a while, they know that there is something always new.
That's right.
There is always new. So today I want to try this. Tomorrow I want to try that. So yeah, that's why you must have this kind of expert you don't have to really teach anything, they ask, hey chef, please create something, and they will. That's the only thing, I don't have to be hands-on on
these chefs are from Italy, right?
Yeah.
Do you train the Malaysian chefs then to come to that level?
Yeah. We have our sous chef here has been with us from day one. Local guy. We have numbers of a number of them. That it goes back to the same discussion, the same thing I said earlier. What I said on transferring the passion, make them feel part of something. Thank you. Make them why don't you create something? Show me what would you like? How would you like to do it? Yeah, give me this dish. How would you plate this dish?
Yes.
So it's all part of. And when they see that, your ideas, it's good. Okay, let's see how it goes. When they see that it sells, and for them is rewarding. First of all, I'm always at my restaurant anyway, so I eat at my restaurants most of the time. So for different reasons. First of all, because I like to be at my places. I'm always at my places. I want to be on the ground all the time. So is whether it's here or Roberto's, like I said, I move around. But so I do eat, but I eat because I need to eat as well, but also because we want to make sure that the same dish is consistent. So if we come something new, let's say something new in the menu, of course, the chef creates it, he shows it to the staff, they cook it, but it has to be consistent as well. So I want to make sure that the dish is consistent throughout. It's always the same. I don't want them to, I don't want customer to say that last week was better. What happened? It's kind of this is what I hate. So that's why I like to. We try our food, all the time.
Sorry, I just want to try this one.
Go ahead. Yeah, it should be hotter, but it needs to be cold now.
Describe what's it taste like. Come on, you look like you're craving, I guess.
Foodgasm. So,
It's not bad. No, I mean not to brag, but you eat well here. I can tell you that. The food at Centro is good.
The food
I'm
is
telling you, I'm not
fantastic.
trying to sell it, but I'm telling you,
No. You eat here once. I've eaten here once before, right? Came with some friends, and I honestly I'd never heard of it. My friends told me about it and they said, "Come, you got to try this. You got to try the food." I came in, instant love.
I mean, it's authentic, It's not because it's my place, but it's an authentic pasta, like you would eat it in Italy. Honestly, of course, being fine dining, we get creative a little bit, but we have classic dish, classic pappardella with ragu. It's a classic Italian dish, classic pasta. Nothing fancy about it, but as simple as it looks, is very complicated as well because a meat ragu, the procedure of making it is not easy. Plus the pasta we make ourselves, is all homemade.
You mentioned earlier that you don't cook to that level.
No.
But you do cook.
Yeah, but I couldn't come up with this. I don't know where to start. But this one maybe I can get away with. But
You mean you can actually make the pasta?
maybe, yeah.
Oh, and do you do that at home?
No, we don't eat at home basically at all.
Oh no.
At all. Well, I know she's gonna eat me, but she doesn't cook at all. I mean, she can, but yeah, I mean,
You sure she can? Or you just saying it for camera?
She can. No, she actually enjoy when she does it. But the reason is we are busy in different ways, so our time is always. We don't meet at home for dinner. Lunch is not an option. I mean, lunch we are out. We are outside of the house. Dinner, no. We meet at home at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. That's it.
So you guys morning people or night people?
I'm more morning. She's more night.
Right.
She always sleep after me. Yeah. I'm more of a morning person.
I mean, there are of course two kinds of people, right? But your business generally runs throughout the day.
Yeah.
If you're a morning person, then you probably run out of steam by evening.
Oh yeah. I have to. You can't keep it. You can't keep up otherwise. You have to be, like I said, I'm quite disciplined that way. I have my routines, obviously, and I like. I try to go to sleep before 12 if I can. During the weekend, it's never happen. So I'm always lacking sleep at the end of the. I'm always sleep. Deprived a little bit, weekend especially, but because I like to work out, like I said, and I can't work out if I'm not rested properly. So if I don't sleep well, then I get I don't like it. So I want to be rested, and sleeping is the most important thing, guys. Right. Have good sleep if you can. So that's. I try to be. I know the business here, of course, it carries on after I go to sleep but by. Let's say generally by 11 is done. You would say that the job is done. The job is done. Even if you are open, still the job is done. So then we can wind down.
And so what's 5 o'clock in the morning?
No, not that bad. I can't. No,
okay.
no, I can't. But 6:37, 7. I would say.
First thing you wake up and you kind of work out, is it?
Yeah.
Is the workout the first thing that you do?
Things, yeah.
How do you? So I've got a problem, okay? Now maybe you can be like the doctor to help me out here. I'm supposed to work out. I know it's good for me, right? I know all the benefits of working out.
Yep.
I know how my day goes really well when I work out in the morning.
So what's the problem?
I hate working out.
But maybe you didn't find your workout of choice. I don't know. Is that when you say workout, you say weights, right? You think of weights or what?
No, I think of like HIIT, and I can't. I like the high intense
HIIT. Yeah. Training. Yeah.
Interval training. Oh, I can't stand it. But that's the best thing to get me to work out.
Exactly.
And everyone says you should do it.
It's great. It's not my workout of choice. It's not. I like weights in general because but you need a knowledge to really appreciate what you're doing. I mean, going mindless into a gym and lift weight without understanding the way you should be doing and having a goal towards what you're doing, you will get bored. I mean, I learned so much since I started doing weights since I was 15, probably because I was doing a lot of sports back then, and I knew so little. And I did so many mistakes. But like in any other discipline, you must understand what you're doing and why you're doing it and what is the best way of doing it. So with that in mind, which a personal trainer later got me in that mindset of doing weights, because it is a boring procedure, it is a boring, but once you look at it as a goal with the science behind it and why you're doing it, why you should do it, it's a difference. It's like, to me, it becomes a job. Not in a bad way, meaning like I need to complete this task because I know that this will give me this result.
Right.
While before I didn't know this why,
Right.
and hey, let's do it just to to work out. But it's not. You get tired of that. You get bored.
Yeah.
So having the knowledge of it is a different. So I always recommend to anyone who wants to do weights, invest a little bit in a personal trainer
Okay.
that tells you the reason why. Have it for a couple of months and learn about it. It's quite interesting. It's a science, not just lifting weights, and it's not. And when you see the results, and it's actually, it's quite interesting. But then I do box a lot. I box as well.
You box as well.
I love boxing, so my cardio is mainly box. So I do, I do spar once in a while. I do, boxing.
Does the boxing include you getting boxed back?
Yeah, of course.
Ah.
Oh, that's where you learn fastest. You need to, but it's never, it's a light sparring.
Right, yeah.
But you need to get punched in the face. Very humbling. Very humbling. It's very humbling. Everyone needs to have a punch in the face once in a while.
Did you ever have like a broken nose? or anything?
Yeah, of course. No, broken nose, no, but bleeding and scratches and that's normal. It's normal. I don't mind. I mean, it happens. You don't even notice it. Just it happens. Nothing harming, really. Just
Right.
it's part of. And again, hey, you get better and you get punch less.
And you can punch harder.
Interject here.
Yeah.
Quick one, from Roberto. Can you just give us a very quick rundown from morning? How do you start your day from morning?
Yeah.
What happens? Wake up, work out, go to work, breakfast, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
And how you end your day. What time you end your day. Yeah?
Yeah.
Very quick rundown.
Yeah.
So in case, of course, nobody can hear this off since it was off camera, but ladies would like to know what your entire schedule is from morning to sunset.
My routine is very typical. So I wake up at around 7 in the morning. Some days early, some day depends. I try not to put the alarm. So I got my body
Natural.
alarm, natural. I try to, it wakes me up. So 7 o'clock, shower, straight to the gym, 1 hour, no more than that. 45 minutes. It's not, it doesn't have to be a long workout. Then breakfast, which I usually come home and cook myself, which is normally eggs, chicken, avocado. Very, again, same chicken, eggs, avocado. That's my breakfast.
Consistency, yeah.
Then coffee. Then I head to the office.
Sorry, coffee all the way to the end of that, not in the beginning. I'm surprised.
No, I got a ritual which I recommend to anyone, which I call it my elixir, long life elixir. So every morning, first things I do, my first drink is of course lemon and water and lemon juice. You gotta alkaline the body immediately, first things in the morning. So I always have lemon juice, squeeze fresh lemon juice in my. So that's the first drink.
Okay.
Then my second drink is I do a mix of green tea, grated ginger, turmeric, lemon juice, and that's my drink of choice ever. So that's it's a very good drink, very good drink to have in the morning.
You guys caught it on camera, right? You caught the thing.
It's a pain to make. It's a pain
Yeah.
It's a pain to make it
I
because you gotta
imagine.
grate the ginger. It takes a bit. Once you get good at it, it's quite fast.
Right.
Green tea, no, normal green tea. Green tea bag, turmeric powder, hot water, obviously, grated ginger and lemon juice.
Okay.
And that's my drink. First
What does
drink.
that do for you?
It's a total cleansing. It's just a good drink
Right.
to have. Ginger is a detoxing.
Did you get this
detoxifying.
from a nutritionist or
A lot of people say
video?
it's a combination of lemon juice. Anyone will tell you start your day with a lemon juice.
Right.
First thing you drink in the morning. It should be that. Then of course you can combine with ginger, and there are other but turmeric are all good properties.
Okay.
Type of food. So that's my first drink. So that's it. Then I go to the office. Paperwork to start with, finance department, HR, all the fun stuff, and then I had the restaurant and I start going around.
Okay.
Then meetings start. A lot of meetings, as you can imagine, right? Because I'm dealing with suppliers, with anyone who wants to try to sell you something. It could be an app, it could be a booking platform. Everyone's got the newest things, right?
Yeah.
So they all want to, I don't mind. I want to see, I want to understand what the latest things are in my industry. So I always make time to meet with everyone.
Like the other day, you were approached by the executive producer of this show to come on the show.
That's good. It's important, and that's why I like the F&B business. You never know who you're gonna meet the day after.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You never know who's gonna walk in through the door. So it's quite exciting. Anyway, so that's my routine. So meetings, operation stuff. Every day is different. Every day is different, and emails, of course. WhatsApp is a new email now. Hundreds,
yes, it is.
Hundreds of groups. Having 7 restaurants, we have like 50 groups between us. So for me, it's probably 300 WhatsApp a day at least, something like that. Is some people, it's part of.
I don't.
It's a new email. Yeah, you're always on. Yeah, it's part of. So it's such a dynamic business that every second something can happen. So you gotta be. It's just everything. I don't look at it as a problem. That's probably one of our strengths is not looking at anything that happened as a problem. Sometimes it's an opportunity. Anything can happen. Sometimes it's an opportunity. Sometimes it's just the way the business is. I mean, it can. People think it's easy. When you look at the restaurant, I can do this.
I can't imagine. I
don't recommend it to anyone. Believe me, I don't recommend this
you don't
unless
get weekends. You don't get any of that. At least when you're starting off, right?
You need to love it. You need to love it. So I love it. I would be in another restaurant anyway. I mean, what do we do on weekends? We go for lunch, we go for breakfast, we go for dinner. I'll do it in my own place anyway. So yeah. So for me, it's all day restaurants, go around, meetings, dinner starts. In a week, probably I'll have 3-4 dinner appointments. So it's a part of, because they know where to find. So it's, even if I don't plan it, if someone comes in, it becomes dinner, business dinner. You never know.
Right. That's
so, but there is a reason for. I mean, I need to be around. I want people to see me. Not to see me. I mean, my staff needs to see me. They need to know that I'm easily reachable.
You're a little hands-on.
They need to know that anything. Okay, Roberto is here. So anything. That's why. That's why I like to give decision fast. I hate procrastinating. I mean, you will get an answer, whether it's yes or no, but you'll get an answer, immediately. So that's how I like to be around,
right,
all the time. And that's it. When the dinner is done, all good, and I head home, and that's it.
So do you have the concept of a date night?
Date night with my wife? We don't. Yeah. No, we don't actually. That's the thing. Actually, Kavita is such an easy. She's not the one. She's very comfortable at home. She likes staying at home because she's busy all day. For her idea of getting ready and go out again. Now getting ready is not just. It doesn't just get ready.
Of course not.
So getting ready is a process. So because she likes to look good.
Yeah.
So. No, she's very, very happy at home, which I'm the same. So for us, which I'm in a restaurant all day, we are always in a restaurant all day, every day.
Yes.
My idea of going into another
restaurant.
You don't want to go to another
restaurant again.
No, sometimes I do. I mean, because I like to check out places.
Yeah.
But no, we don't have a date night. We have it at home. One night maybe I come home earlier. We watch a movie at home. That's our. I like movies. I like watching movies. So she's in the industry, so she likes to see movies as well. Right. So we like watching movies together. So that's our date night at home.
Movies, Malaysian movies?
No, but she does more than me.
You cannot have that expression so quickly. You cannot say no.
I don't want. Really? It's not my movie of choice. but yeah.
Korean dramas?
No.
Okay.
No, man,
Bollywood stuff?
No, she is more than me. I do once in a while. I tag along once in a while, but I'm not.
Right.
No, I'm more on a Hollywood.
More Hollywood kind of a guy.
And British movies. Yeah.
Okay.
She enjoys Italian movie a lot. She loves watching Italian movies. Yeah.
You guys are quite the power couple, isn't it? At least from the outside. Do you feel that?
I don't feel. Okay, you see, she's so. To me, people see Kavita, but she's such a humble, easy-going person that it doesn't. We don't have. I mean, I know people say power couple, yes, but it's not that we make an effort. I mean, she works hard, I work hard. We do things together, and but that's how it is. You know, it is not that we do it. It's not that we try to achieve that status of power. I don't know what it means. I mean, for me, I don't know any other way. You know, you wake up, you work hard, you go to sleep. That's it. You know.
I guess it's just a label that's given.
No, I mean, I understand, of course, but I don't. Yeah, I mean, it's just the way we are. It's actually very easygoing and simple thing. That's it. Do our own things, and you know, in the big picture, it looks good. Of course, but there is a lot of work behind. You know.
From what I remember, just going through stuff, and I also obviously when I'm researching you, I'm then going to research Kavita as well, right? And one of the things that she's very close to her brother.
Yeah, very much,
so
very much.
It's a very tight knit family, from what I can see.
Yes, absolutely.
You've seemed to have a new thread called Roberto gets in there and weaves in perfectly well with the family. Do you spend do you spend time with them as well?
Not as much as they're very busy too. One brother lives in London anyway, so he's not based here. So yeah, we don't see each other that much. But the other brother is here, but he's also very busy and he travels also quite a bit. But you know, family events. We had a family event last Saturday in Luce. So these are the best part, that they really make the effort of showing up. Everyone shows up to family events. Very important. You gotta show, and I like that a lot. It's very Italian as well.
It is extremely Italian as well. Yeah, that's. I think there are quite a few similarities as well, isn't there?
Punjabis and Italians is exactly the same.
Right?
Exactly the same. Exactly.
Loud.
Yeah. Drinking,
big families. Drinking.
Yeah, exactly the same.
I know I've seen you featured in Tatler magazine, and what do you do? I mean, you're also. Are you an ambassador for?
I used to. Not anymore.
You were
it was for Omega. Yeah.
For Omega.
Yeah.
What is, like, how do you not let all of that go to your head, dude? I don't get it, because I can see, I've seen people, in fact, I've asked a couple of my friends, one, I think you know Rowan?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Rowan, again, very humble, and he gave me a very funny answer, which I can't talk about here. But I asked him the same question, and I'd like to ask you that as well, because it's easy to get carried away. It really is. You achieve a little bit of success and it kind of goes to your head. And then, yes, you were a hard worker, but at some point, something must have gone to your head, and then, or no?
No, I mean, the reason why, I mean, it's very. I'm honored. I mean, big brands like this, that they want to associate themselves with you is obviously it's important. It's good. It means I'm doing something right, I guess, right? So, but for me, that is not the achievement. I got there because of what I did with my work. Otherwise, they wouldn't be interested. Like, it's not about having a pretty face anymore, or.
Are you sure?
100%. 100%. Big brands like that is not about.
It's not just about.
It's about achievement. It's about achievements.
That's right.
You know, so that's they respect what I've done, and I love that. I appreciate that. I must have done something right. And I love that, but it's not. I work with this brand. I work with this brand because of what I'm doing, and I have to keep doing that. If I want to do it, if other brands wants to, partner with me, which I like, of course, I'm not going to say no.
Correct.
But it's not I'm not doing this because I want to partner with.
That's right.
That comes, it's because of what I did, not what I'm doing.
So in the end, I guess in the end, when you come back to the restaurants, you're the same Roberto that you were
Of course.
right in the start as well.
I can still serve your food, and I love doing that. I don't do it as much as I used to, but when I started, I was on the floor all the time, and now, obviously, moving around, my job is more of being moving around. So when you have one restaurant is one thing. When you have more, you have to step back and delegate and make sure that others are. So I do come, I do entertain, I recommend, I like to talk to my customers. Like I said, I really want to see who's sitting in those tables. You never know who's going to sit on those tables, So I get excited. I look forward to coming to the restaurants and like today for lunch, that great chat. The new Japanese chef of Four Seasons was having lunch.
Ooh.
So it's great. You meet all these peers, and it's nice.
I've always seen, and I keep coming back to this. I keep coming back to the part where I see the owners of the restaurants mingling with people, talking to different kinds of people. There is always a new topic. There's always something that you don't know that you will learn, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. You meet a lot of people. I love it because you meet and learn a lot from people. Such all sort of people walk through the door, and and they're all interested in their own. They're all interesting in their own way. They have so much to learn, or what and sometimes you don't expect. The background of where they're coming from, or what the story is, or what they're working on, and you learn from all topics. It's exciting.
So sorry to put you on the spot, but if you have a quick response to this, what was the last thing that blew your mind away that you learned from some customer that you sat down with at the restaurant?
It's hard to pick one. It depends what I like politics, and you learn a lot in restaurants. So I like to.
Are you okay to put this up?
No, I like to know what's going on in the country I'm investing in.
Correct.
So
that's right.
it's important for me to understand the pulse of the country. So it's good. I love that. I love those discussions. But then you learn about wine. I love a lot about you learn about wine a lot, and cigars as well. In terms of whiskey, cigar, wines, it's a world. These are worlds by themselves.
Correct.
So there's always to learn about it, but then you learn about other people's businesses, and you can't pick one. Honestly, every day is something new. That's. Always something new to learn, honestly.
A very popular question is,
all right.
What kind of a skin treatment do you have, dude?
If you ask Kavita, she will say I'm terrible, which I am, which I really am. I'm very bad. I'm very disciplined in everything.
Right.
When it comes to my skin treatment, I'm very bad. I really, no, I just use normal day cream and night cream. So I got two creams, let's say, which I'm not even consistent in applying them. So not that much.
Right.
I don't really do. I don't do much. I love the sun, so I'm in the sun a lot. And Kavita would say, put a sunscreen. I don't even put that. I'm quite bad, actually.
You're Caucasian, right? Your skin will. Very quickly after a while before you realize it.
I know. I'm actually very bad. I'm very bad in taking care of my skin. Yeah.
What is your opinion of men? Okay, who go in for these aesthetic surgeries?
I will. I have nothing against it at all. If I can, eliminate some line and with fillers, why not? I know some people will say no. It does. It's not. As long as you don't make it ridiculous. I'm just saying, don't transform your face. Just a little touch up here and there. Sure, that's maintenance. Come on. I have nothing against it at all. I will. I have no issue at all.
There's another question which comes down to the food choices, right?
Okay.
Because you're in the food business,
Yep.
but you're also married to an Indian, Malaysian Indian.
Yep.
your top 3 favorite foods.
I like all cuisines, I would say, but yeah, I would say that chicken tandoori, you know, Italian pasta.
Chicken tandoori homemade?
Not necessarily. Even, I mean, if it's homemade, I always welcome homemade food, always. You know, first choice, for sure. But yeah, I'm a kind of a creature of habit that way. I'm not very venturous when it comes to food.
Wow.
Not because I don't want to.
Yeah.
I do. Okay, let's say no, it's not right. Sorry, it's not right. I do because I look at it in a business perspective. That's all. But that's Italian more than anything. But I'm not a foodie. I'm not a foodie. I'm not say, oh, Kavita, let's go. This new place open. Apparently, there's these fantastic things. I don't care.
Is that because you go to restaurants all day?
Yeah,
or is it because...
probably. I mean, I will never queue for a restaurant.
No?
No way.
In Japan?
No, I would never do it. If I see the place and there is a queue, I walk away.
Oh,
I don't care whether it's. I can't be waiting for sitting down and I don't queue. I mean, I'm talking about those long queues.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I don't.
No,
it's beyond me.
Right.
I don't have that time.
But you would have queued back then to go into a club.
Of course. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, that's different.
Okay, aside from your wife, what do you love about Malaysia?
A lot of things, actually. You can't say one thing. I think, well, the weather is fantastic. It's my weather of choice, obviously. So
Yes.
people, definitely. The mix of it is very unusual from someone that comes from Italy, which we
Correct.
don't have that.
Correct.
So
Yes.
this mix is I love it. It's great. Malaysian in general are great people, super friendly. I mean, it's very welcoming. I mean, it's hard to find. Opportunities, is a developing country as well. It's exciting to be in rather than being like in Europe. It's nothing to change. Nothing is to No, I mean, don't get me wrong. But I love this. Growing vibrancy,
right?
this growing feeling of that you're part of something growing. I love that. I love that idea.
Look, Southeast Asia is vibrant, right? There are a lot of good countries in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
It's not just Malaysia. With, of course, as you mentioned just now, expansion and all of that stuff. Would Malaysia still be your country of choice?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I like I say, in the past 15 years, in my oil and gas days, I used to travel through all this country on a monthly basis. So I know them well. I've been to Bangkok, Jakarta, Manila, Singapore, in Korea, Japan, multiple times. No, I prefer Malaysia 100 times. 100 times. I love going 2-3 days. But to live, I will never live in Jakarta. I will never live in Bangkok, maybe. Singapore, no way.
No.
No.
Singapore, no way. Why? Why not?
It's not me. It's not me.
Right.
Malaysians are more like me in a way. Nothing wrong. Nothing. Just.
Yeah.
I love Singapore 3-4 days, but living is a different story.
Correct.
It's a different story.
Yeah.
I prefer Malaysia 100 times. 100 times.
People are gonna love you here for saying that.
No, I think it's true. I think a lot of people would say that. To be honest, yeah, I think so. No, I'm not joking.
No, look, I'm an outsider too. I mean, Malaysia is really the place.
I wouldn't know where to go. I don't know. I wouldn't know where else to live. Honestly, if you tell me today you gotta leave and where to go, I wouldn't. I really wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
So again, off camera, the last question,
right.
Okay, that's coming from off camera, is I think I know the answer, but nonetheless, is Malaysia your retirement plan or going back to Italy?
Definitely not going back to Italy. Indefinitely, no. Malaysia, definitely. It will be always my place. Perhaps I wouldn't mind spending a few more days a year. Let's say if I can spend like 2 months, 3 months in Italy, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. why not? I mean, but I'm in love with Tuscany. Tuscany is my favorite region in the world on holiday, as usual.
Yes, yes.
So that's a place where I would like to spend a couple of months, 2-3 months.
Like spring,
something like that.
Yeah.
That's all. But definitely Malaysia is a place. It's a place. I really feel like at home. I feel like it's my home. Really.
Yeah, no, I can really relate.
Malaysia treated me very well, and you got to work hard for it. It doesn't happen overnight.
Correct.
But
it takes time getting accepted, but once you're accepted, then you're part of the life.
It's good. It's good. I love this place, for real.
Okay, I've got one last thing before we shut down. All right, before we close cam, can you, because for the ladies, right? Can you take your shirt off? Come on.
No, I can't do it.
Sorry, he's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. Too bad. That's not that kind of show.
I'm sorry.
You want to catch him somewhere else?
For
you
free?
Can do that.
No way. I'm kidding.
All right, and thank you.
Hey,
thank you so much. This has been fantastic.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Learned a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right.